All right. So back then, you really didn't. You had bloods, but it wasn't as much bloods back then as it is now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them was youngsters, and primarily, just getting down. They were all a lot younger than me, and they was all just now getting down, sporting the red rag, red clothes, etc., etc. Starting to grow. More people were starting to come outside with red, 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 and the movement started growing, especially in Texas. I got a lot of pressure growing up behind the color red, as any blood had received a lot of pressure. When wearing red, the conflict that comes with it. There's a conflict that comes with wearing a red bandana. There's a conflict when you're claiming Pyru. You know what I mean? Back then in '85, when I was in '85, I was I was I was rolling with what the Pyru said. I was rolling with them. Meaning I was going to school in Dallas, Texas. I was repping the Pyru set. Being from Dallas, Texas, and Los Angeles, West 29th place. The West 29th place really didn't, have a set like that. We military. It was military. It was dark side. It was military. A nigga could come off of West 29th place being a Crip, or a nigga could come off of West 29th place being a Blood, or a gangster disciple, or anything. It was really a neutral territory, West 29th place, especially back then. And when you came off of West 29th place, you ran into Crips and you ran into Bloods. Well, you more likely would have ran into a bunch of Crips and wearing red. Well, you felt the pressure. You felt the pressure because they was always on your ass. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I grew up around a bunch of Crips, man. Went to school with a bunch of Crips. So I know the Crip mentality. I know the Crip mentality. I know the mentality of the Crip. Now, back then, when there really was no Bloods, the organization was really set up that we do neighborhood work. What we do is we try to keep the community clean. You know what I'm saying? Don't go around tearing down your own neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that. We don't tear down our neighborhood. That's where we gotta live. We gotta live there. How you gonna live in a toe up neighborhood? The neighborhood is fucked up. You see what I'm saying? This is the understanding of Bloods. Your neighborhood is messed up. You're messing up the neighborhood. Okay? Neighborhood look like a war zone, etc., etc., etc. And primarily it be hot outside, and that be the cause of a lot of shit popping off because it's hot outside. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand the heat from the sun and the humidity in the atmosphere can cause a irritated individual or human being, whether they're black, white, or whatever, it could cause them to act irrational because of the heat. Because of the heat. In fact, a lot of stuff popped off because of the heat. It was hot. It be hot outside. And nigga run right into your enemy ops, man. Nigga would run right into your enemy ops. And if you wasn't about this, then if you wasn't about that, then you really couldn't hold your own. Because a lot of times you'll have 10 of them on one. Like when I'm growing, I'm telling you, any real nigga gonna say what I'm saying. Especially you sporting these kind of gray hairs, white hairs. You know what I'm saying? You listen to the older niggas, they tell you, man, it really wasn't like that growing up. And you really had to hold your own. You really did. A lot of times you get into a situation, you be looking for your homies, and there really wasn't a whole lot of homies. You had to stand your ground. You had to stand on your nine. You had to prove yourself. You feel me? And really, those are the attributes of becoming a big homie. Someone who is able to stand on their own and hold their own. That's the qualifications for being a big homie, because once you're a big homie, OG, you got responsibilities for the youngest. You know, the laws of being a blood, one of them being is do not deny your brothers or anyone who is a blood. Don't deny them a plate of food. You know what I'm saying? You say, what's a plate of food? A plate of food is some substance so that you can eat, man. Because not everybody is doing well off. You know what I'm saying? You don't look down on a blood because a blood might be struggling, because that blood might be the one that would have to put his life on the line for you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And your blood brother put his life on the line for you. And then, you know, he's either in jail or, you know, he done died, you know, for the cause or whatever. And then nobody remembers it, or the family is not taken care of, etc. So that wasn't the whole aspect for what being a blood was. You know what I'm saying? If something happened, we supposed to have took care of our brothers, our sisters, our fallen soldiers, the family, etc., etc. And I'm gonna say this: that ain't always been the case, but at the same time, we understand that being a blood ain't about the money. It's about the love. Being a blood is not about status quo. You know what I'm saying? We do this on the strength. Being a blood is not about making it out the hood. Being a blood is about protecting the hood. You know what I'm saying? So that should say it all right here. Who you doing it for? This This should say it all right here. Who you doing it for? Why the blood organization was even formed. You know what I mean? Where did okay, when there was Crip, you had the East Side, West Side Crip. You had Tookie Williams. You had there was a Crip, Tookie Williams. You had what was that? Raymond Raymond Washington. You had Tookie Williams. You had Raymond Washington, and a few others. My dad was a part of that Crip movement because we're talking, 1960s at this time. My dad was a part of that. Okay, that Crip movement, and you know what I'm saying, before he went to the military. Now, here's the thing. As that was going on, East Side, West Side Crips was going on. Pirus came along. Okay. The first original set was the Bounty Hunter set. The first original organization was the Pirus. A lot of people don't know that. It was before it became what you know it now. You know what I'm saying? The organization, the heads is coming up with how the structure of the way everything was being put in motion. All right. You had Pirus. You had the first original organization set, which was Nickerson Gardens, Bounty Hunter set. Okay. You had the Pirus set. Okay. And you had Lincoln Park. You had the Swans. Okay. Back then it was just straight neighborhood. Okay. That was back then. So I know a lot of things have changed now. The structure has changed. A lot of the philosophy of the OGs have changed. But the mission will always be the same. It'll never change. The mission. You say, what's the mission? That we spread love to our people.
It is 10 o'clock.
You know what I'm saying? That we show our people the way. You know what I'm saying? Protecting our people, our community, our neighborhood.
That's who my manager is.
You know what I'm saying? And it's all one love. You know what I'm saying?
28th, I believe.
Peace and love to my Pirus, and peace and love to the Swans, Treetop. You know what I'm saying? Fruit Town.
Please, someone give me a call.
Peace and love.
You or Mr. Reed at 573-530-6338.
Be mindful.
Greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Of the struggle. That's what I'm saying. The struggle is real. The struggle is very real, homie. But at the same time, you gotta understand, war isn't always fighting. Sometimes in war, you have to have what is called finances. War isn't always picking up a sword or a gun or a pistol or a whip. You know what I'm saying? And riding out on your horse and going to go fight. Sometimes, man, war is about finances. War is about food. You know what I'm saying? Property. America was taken by war. This is stolen land. You have to understand this. If I came to you and I walked up to you on the street and I took your necklace and then broadcast it on on social media, etc., etc. Hey man, I took this dude's necklace. You know what I'm saying? Then I call you up and be like, yeah, I got your necklace. You can buy it back for me for $50,000 or something, right? That's extortion. I just extorted you. I stole your necklace. I broadcasted it, boasted about it, and nobody could do anything except you could buy it back. That's extortion. So what are we essentially doing in America, homie? We're being extorted on stolen land. We're being extorted. We're stolen. Hey, how you doing? We being extorted on stolen land with people who were stolen from a country and brought over to a country to be made slaves, to build this country up, but not reap the benefits. And when you think of the blood organization in the movement and you see the history of America, you know I'm not lying. This is the wake-up call for all those who wear this bandana as a bounty hunter or a blood. You know, you ripping it. This is the wake-up call. Why? A lot of us is probably waking up, especially the young. Why are we really bloods? What are we really doing? You know what I'm saying? Where is it really going? Because even a young nigga gonna say, hey man, I can get shot today. I can get shot today. And as a military soldier that been getting shot at and bombed on by missiles and shit, I'm gonna tell you that shit can make any motherfucker get nervous and scared, knowing that this could be your last day. Seeing the bombs fall down on you. You know what I'm saying? This could be your last. You might not get a chance to see home. You gonna die on the battlefield. That was my mentality when I was out in war. And I'm talking about war. All right? That was my mentality in high school, walking down the street, coming home from a Crip school with red shoes on that I done bought with my money, cutting lawns. And I'm talking about 7th and 8th grade, 6th grade doing it. Mowing lawn, because back then you had options of making your own money. The main hustle was, we'll go to the arcade, we'll play video games, we'll challenge each other for a quarter on a video game. Back then it was Street Fighter. Okay, Street Fighter 1. I ain't talking about Street Fighter 2, I'm talking about Street Fighter 1 on the arcade. Okay? We'll go to the arcade, we'll play. We win, I get a quarter. We betting a quarter on the game. You know what I'm saying? So that was one way. Another way was, we'll go out and sell some cakes and pies. You know what I'm saying? For $1. Another way, we'll go out, we'll collect cans, and we'll go and turn it in for some cash. Another way, we'll go out and sell candy in the neighborhoods, make our money that way. Another way, we'll mow lawns, or we'll get some equipment and go to these like Valero's or 7-Eleven. We'll clean out the parking lots, sweep the parking lot, spray the parking lot down. Me and my brother would go off inside the convenience store. We would stock up the refrigerator and organize it and everything and do auditing, and we'll make our money that way. That was things that my father taught me and my brother. You know what I'm saying? But check. You're doing it all on stolen land. Think about it. We're surviving on land that has been stolen. On blood. We're surviving on land that has been stolen. And once again, I'm going to say, you cannot wear this black or red bandana and not believe in the one who died on the cross. You can't. You cannot. You cannot wear a red bandana and pray to any God other than the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. You cannot. The God of David, who slew Goliath, the giant in the Bible. You cannot wear this black rag and a red rag, and you cannot claim blood. That is a bounty hunter law. Big time law and violation. You could get DP'd, probably get killed, because no real bounty hunter that actually claimed bounty hunter is going to pray to any God other than the God of the Bible. Whether they can say Yahweh Shai, Yeshaya, Hamashiach, Bahashim, Yeshaya, Rawawakadash or not. They might not even be able to speak all the way Swahili. Hello, Shalom, Damu. Might not be able to say Damu or understand what it means. They're new in the game growing up. But what you have to understand is that we have a God that we have to answer to. The God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, the God that created the heavens and earth, the God that rained down fire and brimstone on Sodom and Gomorrah. That's our God. You know what I'm saying? Originally, Bloods wouldn't eat pork. Originally. Majority of Bloods come out of California. I told you. Majority of people in California are vegans or they Seventh-day Adventists. And Seventh-day Adventists don't eat pork. Vegans don't eat meat, period, nigga. The majority of Seventh-day Adventists, they're either vegetarian, vegan, or, you know, they're Levitical. They don't eat no pork. You know what I'm saying? So check it. Back then, you didn't have that structure, man. You really didn't. We were still trying to find our way. We really were. We were outnumbered, outgunned, outmanned, everything. Overwhelmed, everything. Everything was whoop-de-whoop. Now, I'm getting ready to quote, you cannot be a Blood and then go praying to Satan. We gotta cut that out. You know what I'm saying? We gotta cut that out. Get back to your originality on what a Blood really stands for. Read your scriptures, homie, because the scriptures tell you, hey man, Christ is gonna come back and his vesture are gonna be dipped in blood.
Now, I know y'all got a $5 now. $5 blunt.
So I'm finna say shalom, West Side.
Nobody got it? Don't do that to me because I'm finna get some goals right now.